Okay guys, so this video is going to be about the bikes that I have, and yeah, so this bike here is a fixie. Yeah, so I just basically got this for, if it's shitty weather and yeah, and I just need to travel to work. So yeah, so that's why I got this bike. It's pretty good actually. It's pretty good. I had to replace both of the inner tubes on both of them and put slime in those. The brakes aren't so good on this, but other than that, pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. It's on flats, it's pretty good. But I wouldn't recommend this on a hill, going uphill or stuff like that. Yeah, road bikes are probably better for that. And then behind that is this mountain bike, which is like really old. I don't use it anymore, and yeah, there's something wrong with the gearing on there. So yeah, so these are the two bikes. But usually, yeah, I've got another road bike that I use most of the time. And then I use this fixie as well, this silver fixie. So yeah. Okay, so here is my road bike. Here's my road bike here. So it's a giant Contend SL. And yeah, so where can I start? Okay, so yeah, I got this bike second hand. So yeah, I've done a bit of work to it. So basically, I've replaced this wheel. I've put a new wheel on there, gator skin Continental. Yep, gator skin Continental. And I put a new inner tube in there. Oh god, I've replaced this inner tube so many times. And I've put slime in this one as well. So yeah, and I've replaced those brakes as well. They're new. I think they're SRAM brakes in there, rim brakes. Here's my light as well, Berlin standard, and I'll put that reflector there as well, which I don't know if it's really going to help, but yeah. And yeah, the cassette I've replaced. I do need to clean this. I really do need to clean this. It's been a while. But because of my injury, I'm not going to ride for a while. Maybe for a few weeks or so. Yeah, so that's been replaced. 5034 cassette. And the chain's been replaced as well. That's a SRAM chain. There you go. And okay, yeah, so that's it. And then the seat is pretty good, it's okay. And yeah, and it's got this pretty cool thing, but it's broken. So you basically take this off, this little flap, and then you can basically raise it. This should actually fit inside, but it's not going inside. But yeah, and then yeah, so then I got these pedals as well. I think they're Shimano M530s, I think. M530s. And yeah, these are pretty good. They're pretty good. I would recommend them. I would definitely recommend them because these ones, they're quite large. They're actually quite large. You wouldn't think that they are, but they're actually quite big compared to the small ones. The small road bike ones. So these mountain bike pedals are actually quite good. And yeah, so here, yeah, they're basically double-sided. They're double-sided, so you can clip in, clip out from both sides, which is pretty handy. And these ones are ridiculously cheap. These cost me 20 quid. 20 quid for these. So that's really worth it. These rims are still the same. These rims are R2. Yeah, and I recently got this replaced as well, the bar tape. That's a little bell there. And then you can see there, that's where I put my light. so I put my light there. Yeah, and then I got, so this is the old tire, which is running quite well, but it's a bit worn. It's a bit worn out. But yeah, and then I got those brakes replaced, both the brakes replaced. Yeah, so this bike has had quite a lot of work done. Yeah, and both of the wheels have, like, the inner tubes have been replaced, and they've both got slime in them as well. So yeah, it's a pretty good bike. It's a really good bike actually. Yeah, it's quite lightweight. It's very lightweight. So okay, so yeah, it's a very lightweight bike. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I just want to talk about my previous bikes that I've had. So I basically had the Carrera Vanquish. That was my first road bike, and yeah, it basically had this is the Shimano Tegra gearing on here, right? So this one is quite good. This gearing system is quite good here. I know it's a massive difference from the other one, which is the older version, which was on the Carrera. But this is so much better. It's so much more like fluid. The changes are much quicker on this compared to the Carrera Vanquish. I can't remember what it's called. It's the Shimano. It's the older version. It's the older version. But this one, if you're ever gonna get a road bike, go for the Tegra. Go for the Tegra. Okay, yeah. So I had the Vanquish, Carrera Vanquish road bike, and then after basically that one I got mugged, and a group of guys basically took that bike from me, and yeah, that bike was in really good condition. Really good condition. Like, I put some really good tires on there as well, and yeah, so that one got stolen off me. And then after that, I got the GT Series 3 road bike, which is very similar to this bike. Very similar to this bike. And that one I got for quite cheap actually. And I think with that bike, it was just, the handling was a lot better than this bike, I think. It was just a lot more comfortable. It was a bit more comfortable riding, and it had the same gear system as this. Yeah, the same gear system. Maybe a bit lower than this, but it was the same, I think. But yeah, it was. I kind of missed that bike. That bike was really good, but yeah. So that bike got stolen. I left that bike locked, and someone broke the lock and took that bike. And so yeah, so now I've got this bike. So yeah, now I've got this bike. So I'm happy with this, and I've had this for a couple of months now, and I've done all this work to it, so it's in very good condition. So yeah, so now I just want to talk about a few things and a few tips for like cyclists and stuff. So yeah, and yeah, so anyone who's gonna get a bike, yeah, always use a backlight and a front light. Always use two lights, man. Always put two lights on, back and front. Yeah, and yeah, and if you're going out at night, you know, make sure that you're wearing some sort of reflective clothing, and make sure that you take extra lights with you. If you're going on a long journey, make sure that you take extra lights, because yeah, you don't want your lights to, you know, run out of battery, because that's happened to me many times. I've run out of battery on my lights, you know, and that's very dangerous. That is very dangerous, because there are some like drivers who, you know, yeah, they're like, they might not be able to see you, you know, because your visibility is not there. If you don't have lights, you know, you're putting yourself at risk. You're putting yourself at risk, you know. So definitely get lights, definitely wear like a reflective sort of thing, and always wear a helmet. Always wear a helmet. Let me show you my helmet. So yeah, this is the helmet that I use. And also wear gloves. These are thermal gloves. they're quite good because they have this sort of zip there as well. They have this zip, so you can zip up, zip out, and it's got this sort of protective layer on there as well, which is really good. Because yeah, my recent accident, I kind of like, I would have scraped my hand, but luckily these gloves saved me. So definitely get a pair of gloves if you're cycling, definitely. And then yeah, so then this is my helmet. I've had this for, oh my god, I didn't even notice this. I did not even notice that this happened. Oh my god. This was from the accident and I just realised this now. Look at that massive crack. Oh my god. So this is why you need to wear a helmet. Oh my god. I can't believe this. I just recognise this now. Oh man, and I've lost my light as well. I had a light on the top. Oh, and it's gone. Oh well. I've got another helmet, so yeah, there's a massive crack there. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna have to throw this away. And yeah, I've got another helmet luckily, so that's good. So yeah, get a good helmet. This one cost me like £25 from Amazon. I would say go for a more expensive helmet. Spend more money on a helmet. Go for the ones that are like solid helmets, man. Yeah, because I didn't even fall like that hard, and this is what it's done. That's the damage that it's done to my helmet. So, wow, I need to get a better one. Okay, anyway. So that's that. And then I wear this delivery jacket as a reflective. This is very good. This is very good as a reflective sort of jacket. Yeah, because people can see you on this. You're recognized on this. So yeah, so I wear this. But you can get anything that's reflective. So wear it. Okay, so now so these are the shoes that I have, the cycling shoes that I have. I'm not sure what they are. They're Shimano's, but I'm not sure what these were the cheapest ones basically. These were the cheapest shoes. They were like £35 for these. So yeah, these were the cheapest mountain bike shoes I could find. So yeah, I got these, and they're very good. These are very good. They're very comfortable, and I like the these straps that they have. I really like the straps. They're really good. And then you can see here the cleats. So you basically put those on. You screw them in. You can change them as well. And yeah, you can change those. Change the position. But I like them here. I like them right at the top. It's just a bit more comfortable for me. So yeah, but these are very comfortable. And they've got these sorts of like breathable things here, so you can, you're getting air in there. Even when it rains, it's not too bad. The water doesn't go inside, so yeah, it's not too bad. So these are quite nice. I would highly recommend these. They're very cheap. They're very good. And also with these pedals, these M530s, and the cleats that come with them, they basically give you this sort of how can I say? They give you a bit of room to play with, basically, so you can move your foot like left and right. Left and right. And also, when you get these, when you get these sorts of pedals, make sure that you basically put the tension as low as possible, the lowest possible tension when you're practicing on these, because yeah, you don't want to put these on high tension, because once you do that, you won't be able to clip out, and that's happened to me, and I've actually had a fall because of it. I've put them on high tension like an idiot, and then I ended up falling. So yeah, you want to put these on the lowest tension as possible, so you can quickly clip out. And the way you clip out is basically So I'm gonna put my foot here, and the way you clip out is basically your heel, you move it outwards, so you're like that. That's the sort of like, you need to move your foot outwards and then you clip out. So what I do is, I usually clip out of the other side. On the left side, I clip out on the left side, and I leave my right foot on it. When I'm at stops and stuff like that. So yeah, and even in traffic, sometimes I clip out because yeah, it's just a bit dangerous at times. So that's why I clip out. But yeah, so that's about it. And then yeah, I just want to talk about some other few things. So basically, some tips on cycling, right? Okay, so when there's like rainy weather or like really icy conditions, you have to cycle slowly. Really, you have to cycle slowly. Do not go fast. Do not go fast. Unless you're experienced cyclists and you're good at control. But even then, you know, it's still dangerous. It's still dangerous because I've had a couple of falls. I had a fall when it was raining. I went round a corner really fast and I kind of slid and I fell. I've had a fall recently with the icy conditions. And to be honest, I did not expect that. I did not expect that fall because the ice wasn't even like that bad. It wasn't actually that bad, but I'm guessing it was this front wheel is very worn out. There's no grip on there, so I guess that's what caused it. This one's okay because this is like brand new, but that one, yeah, that's a bit. There's no like grip on there, so that's why I kind of slipped. But yeah, in those conditions, you have to just cycle with care, and you have to go really slowly. So that's what I've learned, man. That is what I've learned. You can't be like going crazy on those kind of in those conditions. And also, yeah, just follow the rules of the road. When there's a red light, stop at a red light, you know. And yeah, another thing I would say is just be very careful, you know. Be aware of your surroundings, because there are people out there like gangs and stuff like that, or you know, yeah, people out there that will basically take your bike. They'll chase after you and they'll take your bike and stuff like that, or they'll kick you off. So you have to be very careful of that as well. That's why I always keep an open eye. If I see someone a bit dodgy, I turn around. I'll take the long route. And also just try to avoid alleyways and things like that. And yeah, just take just try to avoid alleyways and take roads instead. That's what I've learned. That's in my opinion. And what else can I mention? And I think that's about it. And yeah, just get your bike serviced as well. Make sure that it's in like fully working condition. And also with this, you need to make sure that these are tightened up. You need to make sure that the top is tightened. All of these side bits are tightened as well. These screws, make sure that they're all tightened. And yeah, make sure that the front is also tight as well. Make sure that these screws are very tight. Make sure that this is tightly on. Make sure that it's all tight. Because yeah, if you get any loose screws here, oh my god, you're gone. Because if these are loose, this whole handlebar will basically fall down. And this has happened to me. So yeah, you need to make sure that these are tight. And because if these are not tight, if these screws are not tight, the whole handlebar will basically fall down and you won't be able to brake. You won't be able to use these brakes. So yeah, just make sure that these are all tight. Make sure that they're all tight. And yeah, the best thing to do is just go to a bike shop and just get them done. You know, just make sure that the whole bike is everything. Make sure that the brakes are working, everything's working. Make sure that everything's like fully functional, serviced, all of that stuff, you know. And also, Yeah, I recommend putting slime in the tires, you know, because it avoids getting punctures. This wheel I had real problems with this one because um, I think probably about 3 or 4 times I put slime in this and I was still getting punches. But now it's all good. It's all fine here now. It's all in functional order. I haven't had any problems with this wheel so far for the last 2 months, so it's been working pretty good. And also follow the tire pressure as well. This wheel is 120 psi, so make sure you put 120 psi. Do not go over. I would say go slightly under and put like 115 or something like that. 115 to 120. Go lower. Do not over put. Don't overdo it with the tire pressure because you don't want your wheel to explode. And I've seen this happen. I've seen a wheel explode. Yeah, and that could cause like a serious injury. You could. Yeah, if that happens on the road, you are fucked. You are fucked, man. So make sure that you only put like the necessary amount of psi in the wheel. 120. That's it. Don't put any more than that. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. Do that, and then and make sure that the chain is clean. Make sure that this chain is clean. This chain, and make sure that all of this stuff is clean as well. And that's it.